bar that always appears when
Yeah.
using Unity.
Well, it's very. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff in Unity that they have. Godot is
Yeah,
great and all, and I really love GD script. It's very simple to implement things, and you know, essentially it's easy to add and to remove, and there's a lot of cool things and great aspects about Godot, but everything's very rudimentary. There's not a lot that comes
yeah.
under the hood. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I mean, there's some great aspects about it, but Unity is definitely a lot more. I don't know if I said Unity before, but Godot's doesn't have much under the hood coming out the gate. I think Unity has a lot more to offer in regards to, 3D and 2D work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Unreal Engine has a lot to offer for like 3D, but Unity's that like solid middle ground. Godot, it's really hard because the physics in Godot are really bad, and the navigation is really bad.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
there's a lot of things that are lackluster about Godot, but it is free. And you can go into the source engine and add all the stuff you want, but I'm not at that level of expertise. So you know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
right?
True.
If I was at that level, sure, I'd love it. I'd
Yeah,
I'd absolutely love it. That's why a lot of people I know who are at that level love it, because it's so easy to add and do stuff.
yeah. I was wondering, like, in which language it's made in.
What?
Godot.
C sharp, C plus plus.
Um, Wait, let me see. Yeah, the most of the code is C++. 87% is C++.
Yeah.
2%.
Well, I don't know down to the
Sharp.
percentages what is what, but I definitely know that there's some that it's made in C sharp and C plus plus. BP
And
is
some Python, a little bit of Python.
yeah. Today we're working on the inventory system, but in the future we're going to be working. I'm streaming, by the way, everyone. In the future, I will be working on. This week at least, we're going to be doing a lot of work for Nico Newman. If you guys didn't know,
Did you just start the stream?
yeah, I did. If you didn't know, Nico Newman was a part of a Chill Jam session out of 50 entries. We took first place, guys, in all of them. Praise be to the Holy Father. A lot of cool stuff. Yeah, if you haven't gotten the chance to go and play it, make sure to go and play it. It's a fun game. Still a lot to add to it before I consider it polished and moving on. But let me go ahead and drop this in chickadee chat for all of y'all. Boom.
Yeah, well, the bot doesn't send any message in stream news.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. What, sweetheart?
Can you kill that Black Widow?
There's no Black Widow.
No, they're actually.
Adobe Photoshop Lightroom makes it easy to edit your favorite travel photos, no matter where you are. Brighten skies and remove distractions while you're on the go. And never lose a creative moment. Try Lightroom today.
Alright, I'm back. I had to go kill a wolf spider. Oh, it's one of those things where, like, man, I wish I had I love my daughter, but sometimes I wish she was not afraid of spooters.
The bot didn't send any message.
I'm trying to remember where I'm creating all of these things.
Yeah, I know that feeling when, like, it's been a week you didn't check out.
No, I've been working on this whole week.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I've been working on it all last week. here and there. I took a big break, I'm not gonna lie, because I'd worked like hours and hours and hours on that game jam submission. Spoders, hey Aiden, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Aiden. Is he in the server?
I don't know.
Not? Aiden.
I do not know.
Aiden. Wait.
It's sad. I really am getting old. Like, I have too loud music and I'm starting to be like, turn that noise down. Turn that ruckus down. I'm getting to that age, dude. No. I love music. So we create a resource widget here. I don't know where I am. I wish there was refresh, find. Is there find references? By name all.
Are you working online at Judah or?
Oh, I'm working on Line of Judah right now.
Yeah.
If the vin, if before So we're not gonna even worry about that. So I can barely hear you, bro.
Yeah, because I got the microphone far. I said I want like to see why it's not working. I'm trying to figure out.
Inventory menu. All right. We still need to set that visible. Right. So now this is created. All right.
Oh, it was a small issue that he forgot
See.
to fix it.
I mean, right now we have drag and drop, all that jazz. Let me move this over here. I literally I don't know why I keep putting that down. But let's go ahead and get rid of that. But yeah, we have drag and drop. We can drag and drop things and move them around. Currently we can't switch. You'll see it looks like it's switched, but, well, actually, yeah. See?
I cannot see anything.
I'm streaming.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's still a lot of issues with the system. Right now I'm trying to fix an issue where if I get too many things, let's see if it happens. It's usually right here, that's fine.
By the way,
Yeah,
what is,
see?
like your
Boom, boom, boom. I just got 2 of these right here. What?
I said what is your channel's ID or username?
Nazareth Studios.
Okay, well, studios or studio, like without S.
Studios. Because we're gonna have multiple
yeah.
studios.
Nazareth Studios. Okay. Should work, but I don't know why it's not.
So we have all of this. But boom, we get 2 here. I don't know why that's happening. Right?
It is.
But it's definitely got to do with creating, and you'll see in my little script here all the craziness that's going on. I need to just delete. So
the inventory like interface is pretty good. I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's still got a long way to go. It's just literally like the whole visuals are a whip. So there's still a lot to dive into when it comes to that aspect. But as of the moment, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So let's see here. I'm trying to think for a moment. why it could be. I don't know if it's creating more widgets, right? Part of me wants to just print. Part of me just wants to print this out every time I create something. Because, so the issue is if I come in here and I do all that, it's fine. We have 14 things all together, or 14 pickups on the ground all together. If every pickup can hold a max amount of 2, which is going to change in the future, but this is just for testing purposes. If everything has max of 2, we should only have 7 here, right? Because 14 divided by 7 is, 7. Or, sorry. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Anyways, so we have 7 here, but the issue is, and that's on the initial creation of all of them. If I do this slowly, right? And this next one should, give me 2 extra. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe actually we just picked up 2, so we should have 4. So let's see what this has. This has 5. And now look,
Sorry,
boom.
but this stream, like the title of this stream is a Christian in a game jam.
Oh, thank you. What was it?
In a game jam.
I'll just say like 50 or something.
Treating schizophrenia without a daily pill may seem impossible. But what if there's
Hashtag
a path to treatment just twice a year?
Christian.
It's time for Invega Hafiera.
There. Let's see.
Acting injection that helps continuously control schizophrenia.
Thank you for telling me. Did it update?
With one dose. Before starting, you must
Yeah.
be adequately
No
treated
problem.
with a similar short.
So we have 4.
at least
We
4
have
months.
5.
Hafiera is not for everyone.
What if we grab another one?
Have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these can become.
We have
Or if
6.
you have a high fever, stiff muscles.
Why
or
it's
confusion.
splitting them
Other
like
risks include
2
increased
in each
cholesterol,
Because I have it set.
blood sugar, which can lead to coma
to do
or
that.
death. These are not all the serious side
Okay,
effects.
like
Invega Hafiera. Imagine what
It's so I can test it. It's going to change in the future.
yeah.
I want to test.
Gotcha.
But yeah, look, see, it creates.
Bluehost's AI tools
Does it create an extra 3?
WordPress website. Designs unique to you. Quick loading.
If it has an item, then we don't do nothing.
Site you need
If it doesn't have an item, then we add
for
something.
you.
Are we not setting has item somewhere? Set slot item? No, because, oh. I mean, the condition is this. Local Judah item. I don't think that has to do with anything, by the way, but we're definitely gonna have to figure out what we're doing wrong here. So it works all grand. We get to 3, and then boom. 3. We picked up this. We shouldn't have this extra bit here. I would like to add, though, it does add this here. So the first time it adds an extra 1. The second time it adds 2. It updates that number. And if I hit this, it'll update that number. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's already. Yeah, now it's added 4 or 3. 1, 2, 3, and it's all a recollection of what these are. So it takes the created widgets we make and essentially remakes them. Best viewers on Twitch. I don't know what that is. What's up, guys?
Are you streaming also on Twitch?
Yeah, I stream on Twitch, Twitter,
Yeah, cool.
YouTube. I'm everywhere, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe these aren't being set to visualized. That's the only thing I can think of. Are we setting these to visualized correctly? Due to item is visualized. Let's go back to that. Twitter? Yeah, we're on Twitter, dude. You mean X? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You mean X? Yeah, but I'll always call it Twitter. Twitter's just better. X sounds like something out of something, you know? On drag.
Yeah.
Create resource. I'm thinking what's happening is these aren't being visualized. Let's try visualized. Let's visualize. When we pick that up, it adds it and says true. I mean, to be honest, I could most likely change all of this because I don't need to look if the bundles in the inventory are greater now. So let's kind of change our method here. We have a lot of this going on, right? When it's just, I don't think it's necessary anymore. We do, however, need to go through and look if, if this is good. So what we've done recently, guys, is we've gone in and we've added in the inventory component, we've added 2 delegates, right? One is for when we've updated the item, and another is for when we've added an item. Thanks to the father, he showed me that yesterday. Anyways, pointed that out yesterday. Anyways, so now essentially in our hero script, or the main character's script, who the player is going to be playing, we have an inventory component where we can call this delegate, so whenever we pick something up, we can toss in this information. So essentially what I can do is no longer have to go through the item list to see which one that particularly is, because whatever item in that list is there, it's going to be there. So now in here, what I need to do is go into inputs, and I need to go ahead and put an item ID with an int. I need to do Judah, or I guess I'll just put item. For the type, it's Judah inventory item. I don't know why I gave it that name. It's probably because in the future I'll update this and it won't be so particularly set to this. If that makes sense. But yeah. First of all, let's promote this to a local variable. Let's promote both of these to a local variable. And what we're gonna do After we promote this to a local variable, we need to give it another name. Item ID. If that's not already taken, I guess it is. ID, or I don't know. I'm just gonna put ID. Item, we can keep item. Interesting. Anyways, we can. It's because that's that one there. Sorry guys, I got 3 hours of sleep last night. Went to bed at like 4-ish, woke up at 7. Feeling a little foggy. Created widgets. Yeah, we don't need this anymore.
Okay, Rolly, I guess we got the bot working. He just sent a message that you are live
Nice.
on YouTube.
Good job.
Yeah, with the link. I just like put it like the channel name as the channel ID,
Okay.
like the Discord channel, like
True. So now it works. Yeah, all that bot stuff is unknown to me, so I'm like kind of like, oh, okay, cool. It's a lot cooler than I'm making it out to be, though. You trust me on that. Sorry. Also, I'm kind of I'm kind of like dive deep into this BP too as well.
whoa.
What?
He's spamming like each minute he's spamming. I need to fix that.
Yeah. Make a check.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now that we have this item ID, we can cycle through each. Honestly, we can cycle through each one of these, see if it has an item. If it doesn't have an item, then we'll fill that item with the local Judah item. We'll set the portrait to that, and we'll set the slot item ID with that. I don't know if this is particularly gonna fix it, but once we find that out, we go through each one, we add it, and that should be it. We'll see how well this works. We're not getting a resource item. Nice. So we get one for that. That works perfect. This one. But if we were to turn this on, yeah. One, two, three. This isn't even updating the thing now. I mean, at least that works, but the primary issue is that we're no longer not setting the ID, and we're not setting this correctly. Updated item. And here we do have to update the item in that particular slot to get what we need. So we use the item ID, we say, hey, if this array element, if its item information is equal to the current item information, ID wise, then we switch them, or we update it, right? That'll say not the same item several times over. But we're not updating the portrait, so let's try to fix that first before we do anything else. Create resource widget. why this isn't creating. This should be fixing that texture image right here. Why it's not doing that is beyond my comprehension. It could be because we're calling it from the character script. But I mean, everything in here is the same. So we shouldn't be having any issues in regard to that. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I gotta periodically check in on the kid and make sure that she's doing okay. I mean, we create the resource. I don't know why this isn't doing the thing. The only thing I can think that's different is doing that. When we do that, it works fine. That's crazy.
The best accounting software for small businesses. And it's on sale for
Set up resource portrait. We get the texture, which means to me,
sign up today.
in here, we're not getting the right. Oh, you know what it is? I'm in here. I pass it a bogus thing just to test it. I pass it a bogus item. Hey, thank you for playing a copyright song as an advertisement. Freaking YouTube, man. These crackheads on YouTube, man. I mean, no, I'm passing this new item, but I guarantee what it is that it's got to have something to do with how I'm referencing this. You know, it must be that I need to reference it particularly. Maybe that's what it is. I could try. Yeah, let's just do that and see if that works. I think it's how I'm passing information. Hi! Sub. Thank you, Hudson. I appreciate it, man. How are you doing today?
And guess what? I hope he didn't leave the stream.
Why?
Because it's been like 2 minutes that the message was there.
Is this Unreal Engine for game dev focused? Yeah.
Wait, no. Like you work also on Godot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have experience working in Unity, Godot, and Unreal Engine. So I have this project that I made on Godot for a game jam. We got first place. Yeah, so you're just an exorcist on a beach, and you're exorcising ghouls and goblins from the beach. We're gonna be updating this this week, by the way. Very cool, man. Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's cool. It was definitely nice to get a W. It's been a while since I've got one, you know? So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. But, yeah. Got experience working with every engine. Godot was really easy to get used to. Took me about 2 weeks to make this. Yeah, it's definitely an issue with the navigation. But yeah, if you tune in again this week, most likely tomorrow, you'll see me working on this. I have a lot that I want to add. Yeah, only 2 weeks. Godot's fast, but there's a lot of things that are a little lackluster about the system. Physics for 2D or 3D aren't that great, from what I've experienced. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff, so maybe there's a plugin I need to add for the engine. But I'll be real with you, I don't think I should have to look that deep for stuff like that. There should just be automatic recommended things that Godot provides for you that you can be like, oh yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, only 2 weeks, man. It's on itch.io if you want to check it out, play it. Here, I'll drop the link in chat for you. Do you work with 3D assets too? Yeah, the game that I'm currently working on is fully 3D. I modeled, 3D modeled everything, including the character here and the enemy all the way over here. There's still a lot to work on. I'm just flushing out some mechanics, so if the attacks or the animations look a little lackluster, that's why. Currently today we're working on this inventory system and getting it functioning hopefully correctly. I don't know what'll happen. Inventory systems are a little tricky, especially when you apply drag and drop, and I'm still learning a lot about Unreal Engine. There's a lot to unfold. There's just so much under the hood that once you start diving into it, there's always something more you're finding within it. No, sadly, my salary is not nice. I am a indie developer, stay-at-home dad, currently working on building out the studio, Nazar Studios, which is why I highly appreciate the subscription, man. All the support helps. I'm not used to game dev. I'm learning environments right now. Yeah, well, you just you know, move at your own pace. Have fun with it, man. If you're not having fun with it, you just won't develop in it.
Makes it easy to edit the perfect photo.
As long as you're happy and fulfilled. I am happy and fulfilled. I have a lot of blessings, you know. I'm healthy. I've got a car. I got a beautiful wife. I got a lovely child. All right. Things aren't perfect, but by my standards, they are. Right. I guess that's kind of the best way to put it. But yeah, I feel very blessed. Yeah, this is gonna be like, ooh. We got a hot reload. We've got to hot reload. This is the only issue with Unreal Engine when you're programming and doing BPs, is there's a lot of visual changes and things being added to it, what'll essentially happen is that you need to reload it to reload those things that you just made in. Are you more familiar with Unity than Unreal? Yeah, a little bit. Unreal's just a little bit more user-friendly, in my opinion. I actually developed a game with a buddy on Unreal or Unity. And we made a game for, which is actually doing really well. Still. Thank God. Praise God. Play dashboard. Dashboard. Play dashboard. Google Play Console. Google Play Console. Where do I log in again? Where do I log in again? A little less acquisitions, but that's to be expected. We haven't worked on it in a long time. Ready to publish. Oh, go to publishing overview. Some issues, I guess, but yeah, it's doing good. 3.6 rating, 10K plus downloads. You know, doing all right. No updates, still holding steady. Would like to have updated that game. Vertex painting for what? Unreal Engine? I don't know. I know about it, but I don't know the particular setup for it. But I do know that it's very nifty for creating, I want to say multi-dimensional environments, but that's only in respect to like into materials, right? It's really good at creating like putting multiple materials on a surface. We did use ads to create revenue. Sadly, that buddy of mine had full access to all that information, and he will not give it to me. I haven't heard from him in weeks, so the game did well, but he probably went to Fahidi or something like that. But that's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. So this didn't even give me that. So what I need to do is this. Save that, recompile. Actually, we're not even gonna recompile. We're just gonna do. Yeah, it's not good. It stinks. But what can you do, man? You can't do anything. Am I gonna go and scream at him? No. Can't do that either. You know what? It's fine. We're just going to get rid of this. I would have liked to have it there just so it'd be easy for me to implement and add into the structure. The only thing that really does, Hudson, for me is just makes me a stronger developer, in my opinion. I know that might feel like maybe, what's it called? Like a cope. But realistically, at the end of the day, you know, it puts me in a state where I have to put more things into my own hand. And I don't know, I think it worked to my benefit, even though that's just, I guess, something maybe I tell myself. Cannot you evict? We don't have that, you. Yeah, not really much. I didn't expect him to be a scammer either. He's a buddy. He's probably not even scamming me. For all we know, he hasn't looked at it in forever. You know, very shaky morale. That's what it comes to. You know, that you can't have a shaky morale when it comes to doing this stuff, guys. You gotta like go in full-hearted with a lot of optimism, because it really is. It really is hard stuff. Why am I... Oh, that's why I put params instead of param. Yeah, exactly. That's how Vertex Paints works. It masks for mixing materials. Next time, don't transact with random people online. It wasn't a random person, sadly. It was a buddy I met in school. I just never met him in person. So yeah, there's some truth to your statement there. Don't interact with people you haven't met in person and know personally. And if you do, make sure there's a lot of paperwork involved. Make sure there's a lot of paperwork involved, and make sure that before you even finish the project, that everyone has access to that same thing, right? Everyone has access to the information for the game, stuff of that nature. The analytics. The financial statistics. Took me a while to put that together. That's why I was kind of stumbling over my words. Now it's item updated. It makes me sad. Really? Now my OCD's kicking in, and I probably am gonna have to restart the entire engine all over again just to get that going. Yeah, I mean, I'll be real with you, man. It's good for me, right? It's a hard lesson to learn, but it's a valuable lesson to learn. It's always good to be friendly, trusting, and a tad bit gullible, in my opinion. But, you know, as the Bible says, we gotta be, as wise as serpents, as loving as doves. I don't know, something on the lines of there. But I know the wise as serpents part is correct. But, yeah, it all works to our benefit, man. Just gotta keep believing and keep proceeding. At least that's how I see it. But what about you, Hudson? What have you been working on, bro? I know games make big money, so hoping your game gets big someday, just enough to earn good revenue for everyday living. You know, that's what I would like to see, but realistically, there's a lot more involved in it with me. I do game design, man, because I love game. I love games. I love game. I like games. I've always enjoyed games. You're
Who
talking to
don't like games?
yeah, who doesn't like games? But you know, games hold a special place in my heart. When I was younger and I was going through a lot of, you know, turmoil at home, you know, I was raised by my grandparents. I won't go too into the details because both of my parents are awesome now. I'm very blessed to have parents who've did a complete 360, right? But that wasn't the case when I was younger. And you know, when games were a great escape for me as a kid. They gave me a lot of solace, and you know, it made me think of better situations, better worlds, better outcomes, better possibility. And this was prior to me being full Christian, so in a sense at the time they gave me a little bit of hope. So they do hold a special place in my heart, and that's why I just enjoy making games so much. Am I the best at it? No, I mean I'm semi decent. I'll get better, but you know, to me it's more about creating something that makes people feel something, and creating a workplace where people, you know, can work on their passion without compromising their faith in God, right? That's my biggest ultimate goal. Um, so to me, it's not really about the money. I've made some money from this channel, but I haven't touched it. I'm just letting it sit there and marinate. Hopefully one day I can start paying people to do
Um,
stuff, you know?
I w- I wanted to ask you like a question, like
Mm.
once you got the money, so how to like withdraw it?
From what? Not, I haven't, I've made it on Patreon. Patreon is where I make my money.
Oh, okay. I thought it's in YouTube.
No, I make money through Patreon.
Yeah.
So if you want to if you want to support, right? I sadly I haven't been as on top of my Patreon because I have a job kind of lining up. So to me, it's like, oh, I could just use that as funding and do this as free as I originally wanted it to be in the beginning, right? But if you do feel like supporting, you know, please don't hesitate to head over to the Patreon and drop a subscription. Right. I'm Catholic. It's nice to see someone on the internet talk about the religion regularly. Sharing your belief on the internet gets you flamed. Yeah, it's gotten me flamed several amounts of times. I've gotten like subtle death threats. It's interesting, but at the same time, you know, it sounds weird, but it just puts things in perspective for you. You know, we're all battling something, and at the end of the day, you could choose to fight for yourself or fight for something greater. And I've chosen to fight for something greater, which is sharing my faith and hopefully sharing that in the games I create too. Trying to find a fun way to talk about Christ of Nazareth, right? Talk about the fundamentals of our religion. Very in my opinion, it's a very humble religion too, because it's one of the only religions where, you know, to even be a part of it, you have to like just accept that you're not perfect, right? You got to admit you're wrong and repent, you know? People on the internet versus real life is like night and day, so don't bother about the negativity that they're giving you. Yeah, the thing about the internet, I've recognized is people do not have a filter online. Like, it's just very raw, and it's because individuals they don't get in trouble online for their opinions most of the time. Some people do, some people don't, but since there isn't, like, in real life, if you say something messed up to someone, you might get socked in the face, right? So, or you might get someone, like, screaming in your face, and that's not fun, you know? Online, someone starts screaming, or you feel like they're screaming, you're just like, I'm leaving this conversation. I'm exiting out of this all as a whole. But yeah, I mean,
We're Matt and Elaine,
There's nothing really much you can do about it. I try not to pay attention to it, but some of it gets you.
And our business
Some of it hits you in the spots, you know.
Chase for Business was
I don't feel too good.
with everything our business needed to
Don't feel too good.
bankers in your community.
Let's set this here.
All in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com.
So now we can just actually grab this from the item list instead of returning it.
And a member FDIC.
And I think that might fix the situation with it not adding in the image for the resource. Right, there we go. See, fixed. Boom. 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 I mean, it's working so far. Yep, praise be to God, man. Praise the Holy Father. It works! I knew I had to do something with my code. I was like, there's something in here that's just off. Is this for a mobile? Yeah, it is actually. It is for a mobile game. It's going to be a free-to-play mobile game where you play as a little lion named Judah, he's just a good Christian lion. He likes to read his Bible, and all he wants to do is help people and, you know, build a community. So, you know, it's a 3D base building infinite platformer. The idea is that you go into these randomly or these procedurally generated worlds, you fight enemies, you collect resources, you go back to your base, and you build your base up. Right? Nice. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's got a good idea around it. I have God to thank for that. He's the one who gave the idea to me. You know, it's... Speaking of ideas, it's just something I want to talk about. I find it rather humorous. I never thought about this until recently. I never used to give, like, credit for my ideas to God until I read about how the Holy Father allowed his people to get conquered. And in the midst of all that, he talks about the Assyrians, who he's allowing to conquer his people, and how he's going to destroy them too, because they think one of their aspects is they give glory to themselves. And he's just like, you know, essentially says they think that these are their plans, but they're mine. And he also ends up punishing them because they do far more than what he wanted. Right? He just wanted them to be punished, but they go in and they murder way too many people and rape way too many people. Or they essentially do those things, and it makes God mad at them. But, yeah. Character has some nice animations. Did you create it all yourself? Yeah, I did. There's still a lot that I want to do to improve them. This is all very amateur. I want to add more personality. More personality into the walks, right? Like right now, it's kind of just a simple walk, but I want to add more personality into the movement, right? It's going to add more life to it. I mean, we have some simple jumps, basic dash. They don't look too great right now. The dash needs some working on, but that's all animation stuff. But yeah. Yeah, gameplay is king. Now for me, it's fine as is. Thank you. Yeah, gameplay is king. That's why there's going to be a lot of focus on gameplay in the future. For instance, even with the combat, like I've never done a combat system before, so I've been working really hard on this. There's still a lot to come, but a lot of the issue with Unreal Engine is it's hyper focused on open world. So they have a lot of like native AI structures that you can use for AI in a world that's open, and it looks good in a world that's open, but in a 2D environment where you can only move left and right, it's very there's not much catered to that particular crowd. So I've had to go in and create custom like like a custom turn rotation that'll play an animation and make him specifically rotate left or right, which is why you'll see some like errors in the animation. There's a lot of kinks I gotta work out, but yeah.
Sorry to disturb the stream, but should about the bot, should we like once you finish the stream, should we send a message or?
Yeah, you could send a message. The stream is ended. If you want to watch a replay, here's the video.
I can,
He's like, I don't know if I can get the video in there, but I can send a message.
yeah.
No, that's fine. I mean, whatever you can do, man, just try your best to do it. Huh, I don't...
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for doing all this and being a good friend, good supporter.
Yeah, you too. You have been a good friend.
Thank you. I try to be. I know I'm not too present too much, but it's just difficult as a full-time dad.
Yeah.
Hudson says, "Huh, I didn't know that." Yeah, trust me, it's very lackluster at the moment. It's far, far, far from what I want it to be. It's very far from what I want it to be. There needs to be more impact. Like when you hit someone, you want to feel that. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. Just trying to flesh out all the mechanics and then start getting into like a mid polish, maybe. I wouldn't even call it a polish, but adjustments. But yeah, this all works. Now it's about getting this to work. This thing. See that? Look at that. Now I have 2 wood. That's not right. That is not right. I mean, we can move things around, switch them around. It's all great. But you'll notice now we don't have that. So we got to go into the event graph or the inventory slot itself and start working in here. Yahoo! What's up, Owl? No, that's Judas. Judas is the one who snitched on Jesus. Judah is the Lion of Judah, like the tribe Judah. It's the tribe that Christ of Nazareth was a part of. How's it going, Al? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine, man. We're learning every day. We're all learning every day.
Where is Owl? I can't see him.
It's because he's on Twitch. He's hanging out on Twitch. He's a Twitch superstar now. He's the first Christian VTuber. So Hudson, do you got any stuff you want to share? If you ever want to share, man, feel free to join the Discord, right? We have a Discord community that you can be a part of. Link is in the description of this video. I'm currently working right now. Okay, what are you working on? Superstar. You've seen that movie too? You poor, poor soul. You poor, poor soul. Thanks, we'll check after. I can't Discord on company PC. Huh, yeah. And be like, oh, he's Christian. Yeah, it's a very Christian community. Big Christian community, you know what I'm saying? Up in the beat. But yeah, please don't hesitate to join. Go ahead, join. Make sure to select a role when you get in here, by the way. Verify yourself. You know, select your role. You can introduce yourself if you want. But yeah, a lot of our stuff is in the community section. It is in a forum, right? So if you ever want to share your work, you can share it in here. Make sure to add a tag. And it's nice because, like, if you ever want to look at something in particular, like I can click 3D art and automatically I'm given all these great results. Okay, we'll do after. Yeah. What, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work, Hudson? Are you a programmer? Let's see. So on drop, right? This is where we're essentially doing all the stuff that's switching and placing the item in that new area. If wow, this is all rink-a-dink. Let's do current op. Components. Current op is it's a local current op. Hit. Plug that in. Current operation. Yeah, set slot item. I don't know why that's not working. We're gonna have to fix a lot of this stuff, guys. Oh, graphic designer is your main? That's sick. Are you able to show any things that you've worked on particularly? So you do like a lot of logos, I'm assuming, or like a lot of I want to say advertisement work, but I'm not too familiar with the lingo of graphic design in regards to like work types and stuff like that. Oh, it's all NDA? No, that's great. You know what that means? It means you're doing some cool stuff. To an Unreal. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. I don't know what the I don't know. But it's cool to know you use Substance Designer. I love Substance Designer. Yeah, to me, I'm like, I don't know why that would be a feature. I think you can, like, if I were to do this and click this, convert to a pure cast. Ooh. Anyways, yeah, I think, I don't know if they have one on here. I don't think they have one. Yeah, I like designer as well. I'm not really good at it. Shoot, I wish I could show you some of my stuff. I'm not really great at it, but there's still a lot of people that don't know about designer and haven't really used it too much besides the professionals. But it's absolutely wonderful, like having dynamic materials, because it makes it so you don't have to move around as much, right? Like, originally you'd have to move back and forth, like, maybe I should add some rocks. You'd add the rocks, you export, re-import, but with designer, like was it SBSR or SBAR files, you just throw them in and you can change everything on the spot. It's actually really nice. I've done like some grass materials, attempted at like stone materials. Yeah, S-bar or SB Subasa. It's like superstar. It's like Subasa, superstar. SBSAR. Yeah, let's see what happens now that we're setting the item. I mean, it's working now. It's always this. It's the item that we're moving that has an issue, right? So we move this item, we drop it. It's the item that gets replaced. Okay. It's the item that gets replaced. So if I go over here, boom, this item doesn't change. This item doesn't change. So, and that's because of this right here, I believe. I don't think we use that here. We set the slot item of all this here. Here, let's go back a bit. We have our stored item in the current operation. Really? I think it depends on how many like how many properties you have on it, right? Because on my end, it's not that slow. It's got to be something to do with properties, because at most I'll have like maybe 5-6 properties. But I would assume it has to do with a lot of I'd assume it has to do a lot with the add-on for Unreal Engine that allows you to use SAR files. That's what I'm assuming. I wish it would just grab the specifics out of here. But now I gotta go in, I gotta do this, and I gotta get another one. I gotta get another one. And I have to split the structure. And then do it that way.
Wake up, Link.
Honestly, this might be nice, because I might not have to do this anymore since I have the particular ID. I might be able to just set it up in the inventory itself. Yeah, that one's still green. So when we switch, it'll switch this one that we're placing it on. So when we drop it, this is the one we're dropping it on. We set the last inventory with not only the resource portrait. You think we would want this resource portrait, though, that we're dropping it on? This is head swaying music. Yeah, just floating music. Unfortunately, that's what I heard when I asked an environmental artist. They just work on the exported textures. Okay. Yeah, they might. Well, they're actual artists that work on it every day, so they probably have very complex, like super cool SBSAR files or just textures in general. At most, mine, like I said, have 6, so they probably got like 10 to 12, maybe even more, maybe 10 to 25, possibly even 30, who knows. You know what he means by slow, most likely, is slow in regard to how much space they take up. Kyrilo. Kyrelio? Is that it? Welcome to the stream, Kyrelio. Is this Buenos? So this is the one that we're supposed to set all this stuff to. I mean, actually, the one that we're landing on works fine. It's this one that doesn't work fine. Let's see. Let's just get rid of all these and see what happens. Yeah, see? Doesn't do anything. So, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Call me Buenos. Yes, sir. I'm always gonna call you Buenos, my friend. How's it going out where you're living, my friend? Thanks for joining the stream. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot if it was I don't know why I'm like, he's from Switzerland. But I don't think that's where you're from. Hey, it's Chase Lee up in a B. How's it going, Chase? Welcome to the stream. Maybe I tried using the Substance plugin in Unreal Engine and it's nice. I love exposing parameters. It's like doing UI UX work, but for textures. Yeah, it does feel really nice, doesn't it? You're just like, oh, I have all this power at my fingertips. You feel like a digital wizard. Judah, Judah, Judah. Yeah, Judah. We're back on Judah. I've been working on this for the past week, right? So this whole time we thought the issue was this one, and it's not that one. Just tip install Substance Player. I'll have to at some point. Not for this stream, but I'll check it out at some point. I do have Creative Cloud though. I'm very bad at it, so yeah, it's not on here. Oh, it's not on Adobe CC. Substance Player. Are you a Substance Player? Okay.
What did I miss? I'm back, by the way.
Okay, so I'll download this, install it, and then I'll show us everybody next stream. Next stream. And I'm only doing that because I'm, uploading and downloading already so much from streaming. I don't want to make my computer cry. Oh, man. I need to get rid of everything that we could consider ads on YouTube. I'll have to buy the whatever it is. Okay, so the issue is this one. This is the issue. This one's not getting set. So maybe what we do is we get the inventory component and what we do instead of passing it a resource item, right? Resource portrait. So this whole time we've been W resource. This has got to be a local variable. No, that's that. Sorry, I'm not reading things. Item information. In here, I think what we can do, since we have the item ID now, we can get rid of this resource item and then just get the inventory component, get the item list, and then find it using that item ID that we have. Right? Then from here we can branch and say, hey, if you have the item, that's cool. Let's go ahead and do promote to local. We'll do that here. What language you use? I use C#, C++, Python, GD script. That's pretty much it. And I equivalate Python in there. I do have experience with it, not a whole lot, but GD script is very similar to Python, and we made this game with it. We made this game with it in 2 weeks for a game jam.
Did you try HTML?
I will never try HTML. I've touched HTML. I can't say I'll never try. I've done HTML before and it's not fun. That's why when I talk about it, I sound so angry.
How about Java?
But yeah, we made this game. Super fun. We got the rotations in, so if you want to give it a shot, no pun intended, you can go ahead and head over to itch.io, download it. I'll post this again for you guys. Let me know how you think in the comments. If you want to donate, you can donate. We're going to be updating the game. The more donations the game gets, the more updates I'll do for it, guys. It's quite simple. If you do web dev, you're going to touch the HTML. It's not a programming language. Yeah, it's a very frustrating and angry language.
It's a markup language. Markup. Yeah.
Sorry guys, my daughter's talking to me. Oh my, you're a hacker man. Ooh. I only know PHP. Is it still alive? I don't even know about PHP.
It's the most hated programming language.
The most hated, really? What made it the most hated?
I don't know. I never tried. I never tried it.
That's probably why, huh?
I don't know. You could ask Hudson.
What do you love so much about PH? He's probably memeing. Are you memeing on us, Hudson? Are you actually memeing right now? Not most hated. Just hated overall.
Yeah. Let me search the most hated languages, programming languages.
So we got the new local variable at the change item. Inv item. I don't know. So how you doing, Mr. J? Funny enough for you to say, my last name is J. So I feel like I'm talking to myself right now. How's it going, myself? Welcome to the stream, me. We're really glad to have you here. If you haven't already, please make sure to join the Discord. I'm actually in general chat hanging out right now, so if anyone wants to come in and yell at me, go ahead and do so. What was this? Why what? Because I don't even know what you're pointing at. Are you talking about them? It's not particularly done correctly.
Yeah, there is 2 lines. 2 white lines.
Oh, because I'm too lazy to go back and fix it. I'm a solo developer here, okay, man? I can't focus on something for too long, or I'll lose patience and
Yeah, even in YouTube, like the channel icon got those 2 lines.
Really? I thought that
Yeah.
it gets clipped out in those 2 lines.
Let me send you.
Yeah, it gets clipped out, dude. By the way, thank you, Hudson, again for the subscription, my friend. That's crazy. Yeah, we got to go back.
Since I was young, my dream.
It's just the way it's built is like an open introduction to spaghetti code. And I only used it when I was in college, so I'm not really sure. True. They're like, hey, you want to learn the best language ever? And you're just like, yes. He's like, PHP, and you're like, oh man.
You will regret like even when you learned it.
I want to see an example of PHP code. Sample of PHP code.
I mean, it's like useful, but pretty hard to understand.
I mean, it doesn't look too complicated. It looks similar to Python in the sense that you're getting like stuff. Use PHP. I mean, it don't look too bad. This looks really bad, man.
It's actually easy. Yeah, it's actually easy for Hudson because he learned it.
What is this? What is it?
It's HTML.
I know. HTM smell, dude. HT smell. Smells bad, man. What is that, dude? I feel like I'm gonna get a heart attack just looking at it. It's actually easy compared to other languages. I mean, it doesn't look difficult to learn. Looks pretty relatively centered. I don't know why it's not liked so much. I'd have to play around with it and see how you get and set and do all that stuff.
It's the 5th most hated language.
What's the first?
It's VBA.
VBA code?
I don't know. Just looked.
Snippets. Let's get a snippet of this guy. That don't look bad. What do you mean?
It's like
That's
for
probably-
Excel.
Or Excel? Ah, that's... Well, you already know from Chase, he's best games are written in Excel. Oh no, for him it's PowerPoint. Yeah, VBA looks like almost similar to C#.
Yeah.
So now we get this, and if it's true, then we set the inventory item to it. If it's true, also we want to check. We don't want to check if this is the same item information. We just want to set this to it. I want to say. We'll set the item information to this. Inventory item. That way it's not all messy. Greatest inventions, I know, dude. I'm essentially, my family's starting a family business, right? And I'll say this much: it's been a huge helping hand. It's been a huge helping hand for us to have not even Excel, just spreadsheets. I forgot what the coding language for Houdini is, but Houdini's coding language isn't that bad. It's like
Yeah. After the last update, I saw like the
Vex.
last update.
Have you worked with in-house game engines? I've touched, haven't worked too deeply in. I did quality assurance over at Infinity Ward for a bit on the first Warzone. So I got to, what is it called? It's not Lumen, it's like Luminous or something like that. It's their game engine. I got to look at more per se. They wouldn't let me touch it. They're like, you gotta earn your right to touch it. And apparently they were all mad at me because I knew how to code. Sorry, I don't want to talk about that time in my life. It's a very annoying time in my life. They were like, you can't talk to the developers. And then the developers would come up and be like, hey man, how's everything going in QA? And I'd be like, good. And then they get all mad. Like I'm supposed to look at them and be like, how dare you talk to me, and turn around and walk away. I just think my boss at the time was, I don't know, I don't want to be too mean, but there must be like something particularly, you know what, no, I'm not gonna even jump into it, man. Yeah, it is like a secret club. It's just like, don't talk to the developers. And I don't think they comprehend, like, that means like the managers of your team would get mad if the developer talked to you, right? And you were talking to them, either because like they saw it as like you're encroaching on their like potential of getting a promotion, because if the developers like you, they're like, yeah, let's get this guy in, I like him, right? And if you're in there talking to all of them, you're essentially gonna mess them over, right? But another part of me is like, maybe they're just so lacking of thought that they don't like realize that only means when don't go up to them and start talking to them. It doesn't mean like when they come up and talk to you. A 3D artist, that's why I don't want to work for Disney. Sounds like there's a lot of posh people, yeah. Oh, posh. A 3D artist who knows programming is like having an infinity gauntlet, yeah. That's what they say, man. Feels like I'm, infinitely getting beat up, though. Like me, I'm everything. Yeah, show us all those 3D models you make, Chase. Oh, I do know. I do have Houdini. I have learned Houdini. I've made some things in Houdini. I was using it for the procedural generation in the game, but I stopped for a bit because someone else was working on that aspect, so I might just pick that up again soon here and start messing around in there. But yeah, I do use Houdini. Do I use it a lot? No, because there's just some things I'm like, man, I don't need this to be a dynamic model that has to have like 500 variations. It just needs like 1 or 2, right? But for trees and possibly even rocks, it might be nice. First of all, let's see if this worked. Actually changing the resource in the slot to that. Play an editor. Failed to compile. Where is it? It's probably somewhere here. Where are you at? Set slot item ID. We gotta reach for the stars, huh? We gotta reach for the stars there. Let's just get rid of that.
Someone joined the Discord.
Whoa, nice. Welcome to the Discord. Man, you're my idol. You know everything. I know everything very, very subtly. It's not like I'm I'm an acquaintance of Houdini. Like, we've had a couple of conversations. We've gone out to dinner several times, but he's not out at my house every day, right? We're not like best buds, but we are pretty close. This is not adding nothing. It's not adding nothing now. What the heck is going on? Well, let's see if we at least... Oh, we're not even getting push functionality. What? So message. How are we... Oh. It's probably like, hey, you're messing with our... I don't know. Oh. No, that should be fine. That's Judah inventory item, isn't it? What if I just do that? And just get rid of that? Will that make my life easier? I'm acquaintance to awesomeness. Quincy are all best friends, yeah. And don't idolize me, man. Idolize the Holy Father. He's the one who blesses, bro. I don't know why the... Let's see where else we're getting... Where else this is occurring. Oh, look who it is. It's Quincy. You're scaring Quincy, man. That's what he's getting at. Branch. Set slot item. Wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Menacingly. What is going... It's having a hard time figuring out this. Let's print. Hello. I mean, it's because I'm not getting the inventory item. Or the inventory component guaranteed. Yeah. Yeah, man, branches. It's because I'm not getting the inventory component. So let's figure out where we're getting the inventory component in the inventory slot and then go from there. Event graph. Boom, boom, boom. Store item. We store the item. It's Raleigh, it's okay. I'm here. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo. Where am I even getting the inventory component?
Oh, really?
Where am I even getting this? Do I even use this anywhere? Is this a... Maybe I need to pass in the inventory component instead. That's what I need to do, is find a way to pass in the inventory. The inventory component on the pre-construct. We need to get a hold. No, actually, when I construct these, let's expose this on spawn. compile. Then in the UI inventory, when we're creating all these wonderful things, right? You can just go none and then go to UI inventory slot. I guess it's W inventory slot. I need to work on a naming convention for these. Resource portrait creates a new widget. But yeah, we can just say, hey, put that bad boy in here. Put him in there. I mean, we set everything in here. I think we'll have to fix that at some other time. But now nothing's working. I've broken everything and I'm sad. Thank you for your time. God bless you and your family. Thank you, man. Back at you. To you and yours as well. By the way, is that your daughter? I can hear your kid playing. Yeah, her. So I have a daughter and a little brother, and he's got a friend staying over, so they're running around playing. Don't let the cookie monster. Yeah, she'll start asking you guys for cookies. Set up resource portrait is now. Are you kidding me?
Chase is taking our server.
Yeah, you need to fix that at some point. I don't know how to fix it though. No. Chase, stop it, dude. I'm gonna time you out. I'm gonna time you out, man. Why are you acting all crazy? It's like he had some caffeine. He must have eaten some Greg's. Is that what it is, Chase? Did you just have some Greg's and you're feeling amazing right now?
No, because he got the bots rolled. If you check his profile.
Take away the bot roll away from him now. Now he'll really
Yeah,
be.
we should.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, we've broken everything. Thank you, Amin. I'm sorry, man. I could take it away from him if you want.
It's okay.
You're putting more work on Amin's table, man. He's trying to do something else right now. I know. Let's go into. By the way, everyone, make sure to welcome. Yeah, they didn't. I guess they got welcomed in over here. Yeah, Chase, you please stop, man. Event graph. Set up resource portrait. I don't know why this is throwing an issue. Convert to a resource portrait. Oh, man. What am I even doing? Let's go back in time where things were simple, not so complex. Right there, and then here, we pass this in. Holy moly. Why are you acting like a teenager? I know, right? What can I expect? Less. We're still getting that error, though. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or no? Yeah, I thought there was a virus or something. It's always nice for, I don't need to type that. It's always nice when Chase, does that. He goes on a little hyperactive spree. I don't know what you want to call it. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So, setting it up this way doesn't work. I mean, that functions correctly. This one gets set fine. This last one does not. Which indicates to me, if we go to the inventory slot, on drop. What, sweetheart?
And look, we going
We're gonna go in a bit, okay?
in the pool.
Yeah, sure. But you're gonna have to give Dad a little bit more time here to work.
Oh yay!
Summer's wind, yeah, starting to hit hard. I'm actually gonna go turn on the AC. BRB. Centralized AC, kind of, yeah. Cases an hour. I know we need to get that implemented. I wonder if there is a way to do that. So now that one doesn't set. So it's this one. That's the problem. This is the problem, right? I'm so confused. I don't even know how this is supposed to work. We have our thing, we switch. This one's great. This one, not so great. I thought maybe setting it in there, particularly with that, might help. Just make that, we gotta find a way to make that non-notifiable though. I don't want people being bugged with that. You know, when you do stuff like that, Chase, people come in here and they go like this. They go like this. Where is it? Notification settings. They go like this and they click nothing, right?
Yeah, do not see any.
So it's super nice of you to be as considerate as you're being when you do that.
I mean, we should disable mentioning people
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can I
Because he
spam
said,
Chase? No, just
because
don't spam in general.
No, he said we could create a spam channel.
I mean, we could create a spam channel, but I just feel like that's more stuff that's just there. That shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It's just like more information that's not necessary.
Yeah, so
Next time I'll
yeah.
just time him out. We need to make a limit, like a message limit.
like messages per minute.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the best way to handle it, in my opinion. Hold up.
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card, earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases you want, like dance lessons. And on what you need, like memory foam inserts. That's real life ready. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Oh, are you guys talking about Dirt Man? Put a little dirt under your dirt for the Dirt Man. Put a little dirt under my pillow for the Dirt Man. Yeah, we're still having this issue, and I don't know what it's particularly what it's deriving from. I know it has to do with that section in particular, but you know, this one works fine. On drop, the one that's losing its item isn't working. Sadly, we need both of these to even make that work. However, it doesn't set the slot item of that last operation, which has all of this stuff. So we get the last inventory, right? We set the slot item to this new the resource portrait of this area, as well as setting the ID of this area. Why don't you kick this guy? I don't want to kick Chase Lee. Chase Lee's my buddy. Or virus stay at will. Yoda keep watch, he will. Let's see. I'm sorry guys, this shouldn't be so difficult for me, but it is, because I don't know what's going on. I mean, this stays, but this goes. I need to see if this is at least changing the item type.
Okay, so you said we could add limits like to send 10 messages in a minute.
Yeah. Maybe 5 messages in a minute.
That is like too less.
So it's like we can have.
Yeah.
Well, you said 10 messages per, what, 5 minutes? So if we do 5 minutes, a message a minute.
I think that is too much.
You think 5 messages too much compared to 10?
No. Too much like less.
Oh, true. Maybe 6 or 7, I don't know.
I prefer 10 messages per minute.
Alright, well, we'll test that out. If it's too much, then that's
Yes,
the thing. I just feel like 10 messages is a lot. If you think about it, if someone's typing like 10 messages really quick, if they're trying to spam, like if someone's just spamming, bing, 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 you know, like when someone's typing something, it takes longer than that. So it's, you know, when someone's thinking about something before typing, it's going to take, you know, more time.
Yeah.
If someone's spamming, they're going to spam it out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right?
Yeah.
There's this one, this one. But if I do it this one, it switches, right? Gosh, it's like I'm staring at these things.
Wait.
But if I switch these, the other one will at least be this. That's interesting. And if I get rid of this one, it just won't switch it at all. That one's still. And you'd think, like, if I just set the slot item for the self of this item and then use all the stuff from the last one, maybe switching these might be the go-to. I don't know. Yeah, but that doesn't work either.
10 messages a minute.
10 messages a minute. That's too much. Yeah, he said 10 messages, I think, for 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm making it 5 per minute. But we will see by the time if it is helpful or it's worse.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what the issue could be for this. The last one works fine. But the one that we're dropping it on, this is the one we're dropping it on. I mean, that works great. But this one, the one prior, doesn't switch the item. So there's got to be something with how we're drag detected. We create a resource payload. We don't particularly create a widget. If we create a widget, it'll be all wonky. But yeah, I agree. 10 messages a minute is a lot. Like I said, if somebody's like trying to type something out and being thoughtful about it,
Yeah.
right? It'll take longer than that, and we won't have to worry about 1 minute. But if someone's just typing quick and fast, they're either doing two things. They're either spamming or they're trying to say something really quick and then, you know, wait for the conversation to continue or to get out of the conversation.
Yeah. Also, I was planning like to add banning words.
Oh yeah, of course. I think I have some already. There's got to be something you can download online, or you can make like a list and go from there. So when we drag on preview, we get the left mouse button and this. This starts this. We create a payload. And instead of we pass it in the resource that's here. The default drag visual, right?
Oh.
But why is it that the default drag visual is not updating?
It is.
And it's because we set the portrait to that. Possibly? I don't know.
What is that?
Maybe we go to slot and then get child at 0 index. And then cast that to W resource portrait. Right. And then pass this in as the last slot item instead. That might work. I don't know. Nope. I mean, it's still that item though, so it switches. But the default drag visual doesn't switch. So let's go ahead and get rid of this and then do this. Play your game. I will buenos rest you need. It works. BRB.
He will be right back. Why Chase is that sad? Sorry. Play game I want. Which game? From Brazil.
Play game I want. Raleigh game. But this worked fine.
I got a lot of errors while updating to the host server.
Sorry guys, I'm helping my kid.
Why it's doing? Chase.
Hold up. I gotta get this looking smooth, little lady. We gotta get those goggles fixed.
I'm not broken.
Like,
I already forgot before.
I know they're not broken, but you want to make sure that they're in tight. Look how that one looks, and look how this one looks. Doesn't look as good, right?
Yeah.
When you find a deal on your favorite thing in the
Well, I think that...
It's
does
simple.
that technically count as online shopping?
There.
Save money.
Get those
Ba-da-ba-ba.
flaps over.
Katie McDonald's prices may
I hope that's what it is.
Yeah. And that's it.
There, fixed it. High five. All right, go have fun. Possible to see the future is. Thank you, Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
So now, if you see, we have a bunch of these all tore up. Baby Yoda. Let's move these around. I mean, those fixed. One. That one's not updating, though. Not updating. Not updating. But now these are not updating at all. They're all thrown out of whack. Remove my me mod, please. Yes,
Yep.
sir. What on here? I'll have to do that another time, bud. I don't like blue text.
No, they mean in YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Too much stuff going on. I'm trying to code. I'm trying to do this. I do that. I'm trying to spin around. And by the way, guys, if you like the stream, make sure to like the stream. All right, click that like button. You in live control room. No longer a managing moderator.
I guess we got banning bad words by another bot.
Yeah. Exile, I must go. Exile. I have to go. I have to get a melting pot, but I already have too much equipment, but I can't find any keychains made in USA. I don't want to order from China, yeah. So you have to literally go out and get a melting pot for that. I mean, if you don't want to get from China, that's what you're going to have to do, bro. What you're going to have to do. We have the item information of this particular thing being dragged on
You said
drop.
that-
We have the item ID here. Which
you said like you wanted to minimize the amount of bots, right?
yeah,
So I'm removing that bot who bans the bad words and add the banning bad words to the lion bot instead of that bot.
okay. So in here on drop detected or on drop, we set the resource widget and the item ID. Realistically, we shouldn't even have to. I don't even think we need an item ID in here. What do we even use this for? What do we even use item ID for? We don't use it at all. So no wonder why it's giving us wonky results. We don't use the item ID. Last inventory is going to be this. Last inventory, or what is that? Item Sell we must, make money we will. Chase exile we go. See you next month. Money we will make. See you next month. So how you been, Buenos? How's the project, dude? These work now. They both add up. This one fills in here. Doesn't update though. Those ones updated. Why isn't this one updating now? When we create the resource widget, it's because the item inventory slot that there were in the graph update item. There's just a bunch of stuff to update stuff. In the inventory item, do we have update item? Here. We had this working fine. It's not the same item. We go through each array element and check if that item has the same item ID as this one. And if it does, then we do that. So we're messing up an item ID somewhere. Miss you, we will. Yeah, do your thing, man. I think I keep that there just so I don't have to copy and paste this over and over again.
Okay, another bot eliminated. I'm gonna kick that bot.
Thank you, my friend. I mean, I'm not passing the item information in anymore, but that should be stored here. So, part of me is like, why do I need that? I don't know. I don't think I'm setting it here yet in this. So maybe that's the issue. That one updates. This one updates now. Sweet. That one updates. Sweet. That one updates. And those update. Nice. And we can move them around. Sweet. We can move them around. Okay. From all of internet means no internet. All right, on drop. That means I'll have to put on drop on something. Do we even on drop when we are off the screen? So we got this working today. That's good news. Okay. Now we need to set some stuff in here. Inventory component. Max slots. If we do 9, it's gonna mess up. If we go like that, it'll be like this, right? But it works, which is good. Ban pizza and pineapples. I'll never ban pizza and pineapples. Alright. Sorry, just reading some business stuff, which I have to get off here soon. Start getting ready for that. We don't need that. We have everything going on here. New item. Updates whenever inventory. Update. And then we can go like this and just go inventory. Boom. But yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along and it's coming along strong. I don't know what that's from. You know what it is I probably have myself in one of these. No, I don't. I don't. I just have to change where that thing's at and it'll work. But yeah, sorry if I just keep doing this over and over again. Just enjoying some features. Where is this at? Inventory component. Inventory max slots, which is already something we have. And the Judah inventory item, I'm assuming, is where we can set the max amount of slots. But sadly, this is hard coded. So, unless I did something so we didn't do that. which I should probably do in the future, and then just make it that way. Maybe if I go to one of the pickups, main character, resource vendor, resources, if we go like this. Where is this? What is this even called? So, I don't know. I don't like the way this is set up. I don't like the way it's set up. Oh, we have the resource item data table. Okay. So we have all these different things, but where am I particularly creating? I know I create them in the inventory component. I create a new item, right? Create a new F Judah inventory item, and then we put that into a item list, right? So with that being in mind, it's clear that the best way to go about this is to do this. I don't know what that's particularly from, Quincy. Let's go ahead and item amount equals, we'll say, I don't know, 50. Like 50 is a lot, but it's whatever. We'll have to play with that number, but when we create this, we have to make a Judah item inventory, another constructor for this. We have two right now, I believe. We have this one, yeah. So one that'll take in an object, one that'll take in an inventory ID, and another one that's going to set the max hold amount. Let's go ahead and generate. And in here, we'll essentially do all this, but we'll take the max amount equals the max hold amount. Okay. I don't know if I'm particularly doing this right, but gotta be doing something right, right? Right. Unreal has decided not to bring up the right information, as typical of Unreal. Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And when we create it, essentially we would just throw in this and then inventory max item amount. That's basically it. Let's save the selected. Let's also stop and rerun. Let's stop and rerun. That was supposed to wake me up. Yeah, and it's working, so that's good to see. So if we actually go into this and go to the inventory component, we can actually set this to like 10 or whatever it is. Keep seeing 20. Boom. But if we were to just do 5, you know, and play. Yeah, all 5. Cool. All right, that works.
Yeah.
Now,
Good job.
thank you. Now what we need to do is get some functionality for like deleting said items or removing them from the inventory.
The close button for the pop-up that shows up, like, like it's
Wonky, I know.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's wonky. Don't worry, it's all whip.
make it like round, circle.
Oh, the whole inventory is gonna change. Like the whole look of the inventory is gonna change at some point. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
this way forever. It's just something that I can get in. I can get in quick so I can test out the mechanics and oh. Oh. You see that?
See what?
Bug. There's a bug.
Oh yeah, like it returns to 1.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
1.
I think it has to do with like
Here is it again.
if it's over here though.
It's in your logic. It's in the code logic.
Yeah.
You need to see like how you are switching the. Whoa! Now it transformed into a wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see the logic because.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what I'm trying to test out, like the case scenario.
Yeah, it's better to try it right now, better than
They switched.
real people gets that issue.
Oh, 100%. Let's see.
C++. Is it in Blueprint or C++?
This is Blueprint.
Yeah.
The C++ is probably no issue.
Yeah, if it was in C++, it will be easier to locate the issue. I prefer like typing than just putting things like nodes, like
Yeah.
Blueprint and.
Yeah, but it's meant to like work between the two, so it's got to be something. I think what it has to do. Ooh. Let's once you've moved it around too much, it looks like that's when the issue arises.
Yeah, you better check out the script.
Well, this one has 3. There's definitely something.
Yeah, there were like two like woods.
Yeah, but if you look, see now it's just changing the
Only one.
count. Why is it changing the count? It's just
you can't, like,
issue with switching them. It's
Yep.
gonna go down to, yeah, it's gonna come down to switching the items in that one area. But for now, I'm gonna work on trying to see. I mean, it's pretty much working where there's some case scenarios where it's issues or there's issues. So
What is like the that handles the switching switch items?
right here.
Wait. Set slot item.
Yeah.
I don't understand blueprint. If
Yeah.
it was in C++, I could help. I can understand like some C++.
This is definitely going to be something along the lines of
I don't know why you didn't use C++ like usual. Like I see you using C++.
it has to deal with like a lot of these functions are in C++ or they're in Blueprint, like the create, test, drag, drop,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Very simple to add into. I think it has to. We'll have to figure that at another time. But we'll have to see if if it's a slot item. I guess we'll have to see if it's a slot item.
D-set slot. It can be also a D-set slot. Yeah.
I need to see if this registers when we're outside of said thing. Like if I go like this, or if it, yeah. So it only occur when we drop on one of these. It doesn't occur when we're dropping outside, which is the particular method I would like. And you see we got that issue there again. I don't know how that's occurring, but it is.
That is very confusing.
Yeah. It has to do with the on-drop functionality. And it's because we also don't set the ID. If we don't drop something, I think I know what it is now.
But it doesn't show the string when you drop outside of the inventory window.
I know, because the on-drop is like when you on-drop it onto that item. So I have to find another way to be like when it's out of the window or off or somewhere else entirely, which is the issue. Because you can, I could create like an on-drop probably for the UI inventory, but I don't know about the world. That's gonna be a whole thing. But yeah, if it's this, we're just gonna split the structure and set it to that. I think that's a big part of it. So it works now, like, no, it doesn't.
By the way, we got only 2 bots left in the server.
Nice, good cleanup.
I removed the tickets because you said you don't need it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll need it. It sounds like a nice function, but I feel like it overcrowds everything.
Yeah. Well, 1 second, I will be back.
Yes, sir. Do your thing.
Back.
Yeah, when you drop out, like, it just, I mean, it doesn't issue with this, but it's like when there's obviously something it's doing. Let's it's when you drop the item, so there's something going on when you're dropping outside of the item, and I think that's on drag canceled. On drag drop, on drop, on touch. Where is on drag detected, on drop, on preview, on touch started? I should have something. Is it in the event graph? On event drag cancel. That's interesting. As test drag drop. Do I do that in here as well? I do. I get the current operation, and then I get the stored item, and I drop it. But we also don't set the ID number. That's why, because it sets it to 0, which means that would be, yeah. Yeah. We still have this issue, which occurs every once in a while, which has to mean there's some information that's changing. That's just not a good way of passing things. I mean, on drag detected, do we even... Yeah, we remove child. But do we delete it? Do we delete the child? We just delete or remove? Widget slot position. Remove widgets from screen. I mean, it removes. For myself, it's just making basic NPCs that's run around for the moment. True. Not meshes, it just showed up a moment ago. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm deep into this code. Let's think here for a second. We fixed the case where it's changing the item ID, but then there's another issue with item IDs being converted, so we'll have to fix that later. But in the event it's canceled, can I print this out? This is what, like a get input event, I guess. We gotta get something that's like returns when you're not on, like when you're not on anything at all, like besides the inventory. Like you have to be on drop, but if you're on the screen, or like, I don't know, like my viewport or viewport, let's look at viewport, get viewport size. Get mouse position on viewport. Get viewport mouse capture mode. Viewport. Get mouse position on viewport. On platform. What is in the geometry structure? Absolute to local. What I'm thinking we're gonna have to do is like figure if our mouse position is outside. It'd be nice if we had something that just figured that out. It was like, oh, you're not nowhere. Which this kind of does, but it's like one of those things where it does it even if you're in the inventory. Right? So we have a case for when we drop on yeah, I guess we could say like something with geometry. What was that we had? Screen widget geometry. Cursor, last screen space position, pointer index. Widget. Get input event from the we can get like all this, but it's like I want to see what I'm releasing over. If there's nothing there, if we cancel because we're like not on something particular, we should be able to figure out what that particular thing is that we canceled on. Last mouse event from when the drag was canceled. So you think like, when it was canceled, we can just check what widget we canceled on, and if there's no widget at all, you know, then we just consider this to be outside, and like maybe the incentive is to delete, but they don't have that. Maybe I would just have something for drop, or for something for trash canning a button that'll let you drop. I guess that's better. Because no matter what, we're limiting the option. If we were to do it, like if we dragged off and was like, yeah, if they drag off, then they're definitely going to delete, or the incentive is to delete. It could be a mistake. So that would be two decisions the player would have to make. Would either to drop at that point, to not, or three. Either to delete, drop, or not to drop. But if we add that to a button, it limits it, it simplifies it to two options. So maybe we'll make a button that deletes the item or drops it. Or what I can do is if it's outside of the thing, you drop it, but if you click the delete button, it deletes it. That's probably the better way. That's 100% the better way. Yeah. That has to be the better way. That's 100% the better way. So that means we're gonna have to figure out how to be dragged off. I mean, that works now, and I think it's because I had that set to true. We're not getting that issue anymore. Yeah, I think that fixed it. We're not getting that issue anymore. Everything seems to be working great. Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I was like, dude, that works. That works. And then I broke right at the last second. Thank God I kept going. So that does, adding the return value there does not fix it. I thought there might be something with clearing it that needs to be involved when that happens. Obviously, this cast fails. This fails. I mean, in here they just put, but it's like if you do it anywhere else, just as like a demonstration. Like if I were to go like this, you know, that's canceled. That would be a cancel. Right? If I go like this and don't go into a slot, that's canceled. So that's just, I don't think like that's a good way to handle it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's true, I could do like a mouse up.
Um, hello, I'm back, but like, I have to eat.
Oh, well, enjoy your meal, man. I'm gonna get off here in a second anyways.
Yeah. Good luck with the game. Have a good day.
Thank you, my friend. You have a good one as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, bye-bye. Okay. So it looks like someone just literally, what I had an idea for was just have like a basic, they have something that's behind the inventory, right? This is Phil's screen. So essentially a giant button. You kidding me? This will have to wait till another time. I gotta start getting ready for a meeting, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out and just being a good support group. I appreciate all of you. Other than that, I'm gonna bounce, but I'll catch you next time here at the channel. Should be tomorrow, same time, same place. Maybe I'll be streaming so with the camera on, so you'll have a friendly face. But other than that, God bless. Catch you around. Christ of Nazareth loves you as always.